Have you ever looked at something so still, so ancient, and wondered what stories it holds within its silence? Take a bonsai, for instance. We see it as a miniature masterpiece of patience, a symbol of tranquility frozen in time. It sits on a shelf or in a garden, a quiet observer of our bustling lives. We admire its gnarled trunk, its delicate leaves, its carefully sculpted form, and we assume it is static, unchanging. But what if that stillness is just an illusion? What if, when we're not looking, a secret life unfolds? Imagine with me for a moment. The first rays of morning light creep into the room, soft and gentle, touching the leaves of a serene bonsai. Everything is peaceful. The world is just beginning to wake up, but then something happens. A single branch, almost imperceptibly at first, begins to sway. There's no wind, no draft. It's moving on its own, a slow, rhythmic pulse. It's like a dancer stretching, waking from a long slumber. Another branch joins in, then another, creating a gentle, coordinated ballet. They move with an elegance that defies their woody nature, swaying in a graceful harmony that seems choreographed by an unseen force. This isn't just a random twitch. It's a deliberate, flowing dance. The movements become more confident, more pronounced. The entire tree starts to bend and sway, not with the rigidity of wood, but with the fluidity of water. The branches arc and curve, weaving intricate patterns in the air. The tiny leaves, once still, now rustle and shimmer, catching the light like 1,000 tiny mirrors. It's as if an invisible river is flowing through the tree, from its roots to the very tip of each leaf. You can almost hear a silent music, a melody played on the strings of its very being. The energy builds, reaching a breathtaking peak. The trunk itself begins to twist, its ancient form becoming a vortex of motion. The bonsai is no longer a static sculpture. It's a living, breathing cascade of energy. The branches flow and whip around, creating a whirlwind of green. The leaves shimmer and blur together, transforming into a waterfall of light and color, a vibrant, flowing river of life captured within the confines of its small pot. It's a powerful, mesmerizing spectacle, a display of the untamed spirit that exists even in the most controlled and disciplined forms of nature. It's a reminder that life is never truly still. It is always in motion, always changing, always dancing. And then, just as suddenly as it began, the whirlwind of motion starts to slow. The frantic dance gives way to a more measured, deliberate rhythm. The branches gracefully unwind, the leaves settle, and the torrent of energy subsides. The final movements are slow and purposeful, like a painter adding the final perfect brushstroke to a masterpiece. The motion doesn't just stop, it resolves. The tree comes to rest, but it's not the same as before. The trunk holds a new, elegant twist. The branches have settled into a different, yet equally beautiful configuration. It has danced its secret dance and has been reshaped by it. As the light begins to fade, casting long shadows across the room, the bonsai settles back into its profound stillness, holding its new form, its new story, waiting for the next time it can dance again. What we perceive as stillness is often just a dance happening on a timescale we can't comprehend. There's a universe of motion and change happening all around us, in the trees, in the stones, and even within ourselves. Perhaps the greatest art is learning to see it. Thanks for watching, and if this made you look at the world a little differently, consider subscribing for more journeys into the unseen.